Hello, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Coach on the Couch. Here's we're in Waupaca as we get set for some girls basketball. I'm joined by Adam Chaplin, the Waupaca Comet girls coach, in his first year on the job. And Coach, first of all, congratulations on the job, and just kind of give us a little bit of a breakdown of who you are. What got you into coaching? How long have you been involved in basketball?
When my daughter started playing in third grade, so about 6 years ago, they needed a youth coach, and so I stepped in, started coaching in Waupaca there, and I really loved it. It's a lot of fun building the relationships with the kids and the players and all that kind of stuff. This is obviously my first year in Waupaca. I've been in third through sixth grade girls, and then did seventh grade boys last year and the start of this season, and it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun.
And I guess what about your background? Did you play when you were in school, or have you always been involved with basketball?
Yeah, my dad got me involved in basketball at a young age. He was all-state player in New York. So I've been playing basketball since I was little. I played in Manawa. I didn't play college or anything. I hurt when I was a junior, and that kind of just set me back. But yeah, I've always played pickup leagues, men's leagues. I just love the game of basketball. It's a lot of fun, keeps you in shape, and it's competitive.
And then what brought you to Waupaca? Obviously, you're in Manawa, Waupaca, and what kind of got you aware of the opening here and to put your name in there?
Well, I had applied for the varsity girls job in Waupaca this spring, and I didn't get it. So through a friend of a friend, I found out they needed a coach here, and it was coming down to the wire. So I called Rob and came in and talked, and we decided that it'd be a good fit to give it a shot.
And you had to be pretty close to the first practice when you finally got hired, because I know the opening was kind of late, I guess. How long did you have between accepting the job and getting into the gym and working with the girls?
2 days. I got hired on a Thursday afternoon, and practice started Monday. So not a lot of preseason, a lot of learning on the fly, but it's going good. Kids are good, and it's a lot of fun.
And you went from getting hired, practice a few days later. A week later, you had your first game, and the first game you got a win out of it, I guess. What did you learn over that first week in coaching here at Waupaca that leading into getting a win from a team that had beat Waupaca last year?
Just the girls' mentality a little bit. Little tougher, a little more mental toughness, a little more grit, playing with a little more heart and less head. And I think the girls are really picking up on that and playing with a lot of heart and hustle. And what happens, happens.
And looking at the team itself, a lot of players are coming back. I think 4 starters. 3 or 4 starters coming back. I guess talk about how they have kind of led the way for this Comet program.
We have some great senior leadership with Peyton and Macy. Alyssa's new this year, and she's having a lot of fun, brings a lot of energy to the team. The girls are doing really good. They do a great job helping each other at practice. Nobody gets on each other. Everybody picks each other up, and everybody works together to get better, pushes each other, and it's going really well.
And a lot of these players, they turned right around from the fall in a deep volleyball run to basketball a few days later. I guess how did you help them kind of handle the transition of that super high intensity, super fast paced type of sport to having to go more of a marathon than a sprint?
Well, they like you said, they tasted some success with volleyball this year, and hopefully that can pick up their mentality a little bit, and hopefully they have that hunger to do it again with basketball, and just they got a taste of playing in front of a full gym and loud crowd and that kind of energy, and hopefully that motivates them to want to continue that with basketball.
Absolutely. And in that first game, I noticed you were starting 3 sophomores, Haley Bouchard, who started last year, and also Ava Whittle and Taylor Kling. What have you seen from that younger class that's kind of starting to assert themselves?
From the first day of practice till now, I think they've grown a lot. Haley is obviously got a lot of raw talent and energy. She wants to learn, hungry to learn. All the kids are hungry to learn, and I think every day, every girl, I don't ever have to talk to anybody about paying attention. I don't ever have to get on anybody for working hard or hustling. They just want it. They want to win. The first player-coach meeting we had, and when I first met the players, I said, what do you guys want from this season? They said they want to win. So if they're hungry to win, so am I, and we'll build off of that.
And that kind of attitude showed right away in Iola. You guys were very aggressive. You were jumping passing lanes a lot. Is that going to be kind of one of your MOs, is going to be a lot of that pressure style?
Yeah, we're going to have to we have a lot of raw talent on the team. We have a lot of size, so I think we need to use that to our advantage, use the energy. We don't go real deep on the bench, so we got to pick our spots a little bit, but we play with heart and hustle and energy, and we'll be just fine.
And it seems like for years this Comet program has been trying to find their way, find their footing. I guess how are you going to try and and reshape what this program can be and what you hope it will be in the future?
It all starts with a positive mentality. You can't get too high, too low. You just got to, stay level and focused and stay hungry. You got to have a drive within to win. You can't, I told the girls, I can't force you to play as hard as you can. You have to want it yourself. And as long as they want it and they work hard for it, good things will happen.
As a young coach, you've already had a little bit of a taste of the Northeastern Conference. I'm sure you've seen how tough this conference really is with the FVLs and the freedoms of the world. How are you going to help the Comets in such a loaded conference?
Yeah, this is a very tough conference, no doubt about it. I go to the state tournament every year. I've seen Freedom and teams like that play at state and deep in the playoffs. It all comes down to heart and hustle. I mean, sometimes you just got to want it more than the other team, and that's what it's going to come down to with us. We just got to play with heart and hustle, and we'll live with the results. And
we talked a little bit earlier about the defensive side of things. You're going to be more aggressive. What's going to be your offensive philosophy? Like you said, you have a lot of size with Josie Nickel, Rozzy, Macy. How are you going to try and attack things offensively? Are you going to be more of a down low team? Are you going to be a 4-out, 5-out type team, or?
We have a motion offense. We run with a lot of options out of it. Yeah, we want to play inside out basketball, beat them up down low, and then hopefully that opens up the short jumpers and the threes for us a little bit.
And also with this team, obviously no JV team. You only have, I think, 11 players on the roster. How has that kind of helped with practicing? That you have your entire team there every time. There's no JV practice. There's no freshman practice. It is just this is your team, and they're all together.
I think it's going to help the younger kids grow, especially. I mean, they're just jumping in head first. There's no, like you said, no JV, no JV2, anything like that. So they're playing tough competition, night in, night out, tough competition at practice, and that's just going to help everybody get better.
And again, you talked about the leadership of Macy and Peyton, especially as the seniors. How big have, especially those who been on the practice floor, helping kind of lead this team through a new staff, a new system, some new players coming in, to help build this kind of program back up, even after they're gone?
Oh, they've been fantastic. Like I said, always helping each other. Making sure people are on time for practice, getting girls to focus if need be, which hasn't happened very much. They're a focus group. They do a really good job paying attention. They're not real vocal. Peyton's a little louder than Macy, but they both have their ways of leading, and the girls really look up to them and respect them and follow their leadership.
And even kind of building off that, how has that affected the junior class? Because next year is going to be Josie and Rozzy being those seniors in the leadership role. How are they kind of learning from the senior class on how to maybe take that role next year?
I think they're doing real good. Rozzy is, obviously a very talented player, and she's got a lot of hunger to win, and they seem like they all get along really well, I think, on and off the basketball court, which hopefully carries over in developing, lasting leadership. Like you said, after the seniors are gone, they can pick up where they left off and continue that leadership and strength.
And what has it been like for you in this gym? Obviously, it's a big gym. It's going to be a loud gym. What's it going to be like for you as a coach, being on the floor instead of in the stands, in a gym floor like this where there's going to be some big crowds this year?
That's going to be awesome. I can't wait. I've been to a lot of basketball games here where there hasn't been an empty seat, and a lot of big playoff games. I've never been to a Comet basketball game until this year, and I love it. That's what it's all about, the big gyms, the loud crowds, the energy, the hustle. Just that's why you play. We play for these nights.
And I noticed during the Iola game, you were behind the bench. Usually a lot of coaches are in front, I guess. Is that like just a particular style of yours to be almost like a hockey style, being behind the bench to make the calls?
Well, I didn't feel like I had a lot of room in Iola. I felt like I was just kind of in the way there, so I just went behind the bench. And, I don't know. I don't really focus. I'm kind of all over the place. I'm just into the game. At Fox Valley Lutheran, I actually fell over a chair because I wasn't paying attention. But, that happens. That's part of the game. Everybody got a good laugh and you move on.
Absolutely, and it showed as well when you got that first win. You could tell the players really cared. They were jumping you to celebrate with you for your first varsity win. I guess what has it been like, kind of being a mentor to these girls already? Only been on the job for a few weeks now.
Yeah, I think we're all learning together. I have obviously a lot to learn at this level. I've had a lot of great people help me over the years. Coach Titus and Tim Cullen from Waupaca have helped me a lot, learn a lot, and I still have a long way to go in learning stuff. And we're all just kind of learning on the fly and working together here, and we're making it go.
And I guess talk a little bit about those inspirations. Obviously, Coach Titus, I've known him for a long time as well, and Cullen. And I guess how have they impacted you and your style and maybe the kind of coach you want to be?
Just, being around their practices and their mentality, and they just know so much about basketball. I've had a lot of good people in my corner, luckily, over a few years, and I've learned some good drills, techniques, some things to watch for from everyone. That's helped me, and it's helped me get where I am today, and hopefully I can pass it on to the girls and build a winning program.
And obviously, the girls said their goal is to win. Obviously, that's everyone's goal to win, I guess. What are some of your bigger goals this year, whether it's on or off the court for this Comet program?
Just to develop a winning mentality. We haven't won a lot of games here over the last few years. I don't know what things have been like here over the last few years, but just to build positivity and have the girls think that, every time you step on the gym floor, you're in it. You have a chance. You deserve to be there, and you have a chance to win. And that's the mentality we need to have.
And I guess lastly, we're going to be covering our fair share of games. 2 alone this week, obviously tonight as we're recording this, and also on Thursday. I guess, what do you want to say to the fans who are going to be watching at home to see a new era of Comet girls basketball?
I hope a lot of people can come to the games this year. I hope they're loud as they can be, and support the girls because they're very excited about it, and it's going to be a lot of fun this year.
Well, Coach, thank you so much for joining us, and we'll let you go get ready for the game. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
That's Coach Adam Chaplin of the Waupaca Comets. New on the job, but he's got big goals, and he's looking to fill them quickly for this Comet program. This has been your Coach on the Couch. My name is Mike London. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you on the court for Comet basketball all season long.